Good afternoon. My name is Lerato. On Sunday, we shared a message about needing the word. So I need the word to protect I need the word for my thoughts. I live alone, and in living alone, I live in my head. Yes, I admit it. I live in my head. And most people who know me very well, they know that I live in my head. And I live in my head. The evidence of it is that I will call you with something, and sometimes I will not even greet, not because of anything, not because Kiatella or not because of something, but I will not greet because in my head I have already said hello, I've said my greetings, I have started this conversation in my head, and that by the time I call you, by the time I'm halfway through the conversation. And that's why sometimes even Reverend Sefata will say to me, Rato, slow down. Rato, um, what are you talking about? Because already this conversation, so we live in our thoughts, and our thoughts make and break us. Because if I convince myself to do something or convince myself not to do something, already I have told myself that. The reason I come to you this afternoon and say, I need the word. I need the word to shape my thoughts, to protect my thoughts, to guide my thoughts. And the word of God is very, very clear on why we need it, why I need the word for my thoughts. Romans 12:2 says, everything I'm going to say is going to be from the New King James Version. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Renewing of our mind. The word renews our mind. The word shapes our thoughts. The word guides our thoughts so that we are able to know what is good and acceptable and what is the perfect will of God. But if I live in my world and in my thought, and there is nothing that is guiding me, there is nothing that is shaping my thoughts, I will end up thinking everything else that is bad and good and not necessarily profitable for me. I can have I live alone, as I said. I can have a fight with you all by myself and win and have it over and over and over and over again. But if I choose to read the word of God and meditate on that. That's why God says to Joshua, meditate on this word day and night. Because if you and I put the word in our mind and our hearts, he even says it, and says, I will write my laws in them on their minds and in their hearts. And this is how we need to actively take in the word. Colossians 3:10 says, and have put on the new man, who is renewed in knowledge according to the image of him who created him. We need to be renewed in knowledge. The knowledge that we take in is the word. I can't learn anything new if I don't go into the word. I need the word for that new thinking, new thought, new way of processing things in my mind. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, cast down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Bring every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. I can't bring every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ if I do not take in the word. I need the word. You and I need the word to shape our thoughts, to protect our thoughts, to guide our thoughts. I need the word. What about you? Be blessed.